you guys, like, what makes a show awesome for you guys? I mean, for something, when you walk off stage, you're like, that was amazing. What does it take for that to happen?
For me, it's like pretty much like a deep connection with the audience, with the people you're playing for, and really when, you know, it's obvious that the energy's coming back to you, that people are really satisfied. And I mean, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to satisfy the audience and to get the audience involved. So I think that's really what it's about. I think because we can make all the mistakes in the world, but if the energy's going, it just feels really great. Or we could play a perfect show and nobody's into it, and it, you know, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to call because it's like, it's one of those things, like, we could all think we had a great show, and then one of the guys in the band is like, I had a terrible show.
Right.
You know, so it's like for us, I think the best shows we have are ones where, like Wil-Dog says, we get something out of it. Even if it's something not as big as this, like if we play like at an orphanage or something like that, or like a kid's home where the kids are just going nuts, you know, and we're just playing for them, and it's that kind of, I guess, that something you take from that is beyond like monetary or anything like that makes it for an amazing show. Of course, like, yeah, if we go play like Fuji Rock Festival, it's like you tell thousands of people to put their hands in there, they're all going to do it, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be usually a great show. Mm-hmm. But it's definitely a lot of variables,
right?
You know,
that's true. Well, and you mentioned the kids thing, because you guys do so much. It's it's unreal. But was it Ozokids that you guys? So how's that coming along? And
we've been developing a kids show, a kids performance that we've been playing. I think last year we've done maybe like 8 shows, and you're strictly shows that are geared towards it's it's kind of a family show, but really for kids, to get them involved, because we realized a couple of years ago a lot of our fans are having kids,
right?
And we just started doing research on the whole kids market, and getting involved, and it's different. We've learned a lot. We've been writing songs, and since we've started this, we've scored 2 video games that are kids oriented. The first one's the only one I can really talk about, because we have a contracts thing. On the other one we can't yet.
Okay.
But the first one we scored a video game, the Happy Feet 2 video game. I guess there's a sequel to Happy Feet coming out in September, I think, and there's a video game to go along with that, and we scored that.
All the music.
Yeah.
It's all like original music.
Yeah.
That's
it's all original.
awesome. That's something you don't even think about either when like video games and stuff like.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so cool.
Yeah. No, it's this whole new thing, and then we have 7 spots that are going to be on PBS Kids that we wrote 7 songs for PBS Kids that are a minute long, and it's basically going to be a cartoon commercial for PBS Kids that we just wrote the music to, and they're all subject driven. Like one's about opposable thumbs, 5 senses one about 5 senses, one's about practicing and nouns, pronouns. So they're all, so it's awesime, and so
kind of like Schoolhouse Rock, but for PBS.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So those will be coming out soon as well. So yeah, we've been diving into that.
Yeah, I mean, it never hurts to diversify and go beyond what you're already doing. So it helps longevity and reaching other branches, consumers, the kids. Perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
I mean, that's one of the things with Ozo is that we've been able to acquire a super eclectic crowd that's multi-scenes, multi-whatever, but also multi-generational. Mm-hmm. So we got like super old people, whatever, middle-aged people, young people, and kids that all come through the shows.
Yeah. What plans after Pow Wow's over? I mean, you guys going back on tour, or
We're going home, and we're finishing this one video game that we're working on.
Okay.
We have like a week to finish it, and we're pretty much on schedule, so we're not too stressed about it. Then after that, I think we have a festival to play in Taos, New Mexico.
That's right.
With Modest Yahoo and some other cats, and we're always kind of on the road, and we're always kind of working, and we're trying to work at home as much as we can, just because, it helps the band's health and whatever, but we're always on the road still, constantly playing gigs.
Yeah. Any chance of coming to Florida maybe next year or something like that, or is it still just way too early?
I think Florida is one of those states that's like kind of been funny to us. Like we've done really great in places in Florida,
right.
And then we've also noticed like in cities like Miami where a lack of places to play, you know?
Yeah.
And it's kind of a bummer because there's tons of fans that we have in Miami, but then it's kind of like, is it really worth it for us to go all the way down there and not have a place that we can do our thing in the right way for people, you know? So, you know, we always come back to Florida one way or another, and like this is a perfect example of it, you know, like the Pow Wow Fest.
What message do you have for the Ozomatli fans?
Of Florida.
Of
The world?
Oh.
Oh, well, you know.
Well, we know them all.
Yeah. Well, just,
Yeah,
you
we
know,
love-
we've
yeah.
been a band for 16 years, and if it wasn't for them,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be here
Yeah.
still, you know? And you know, we pride ourselves to having a connection with our fans, and we're always, you know, interact with them and deal with, you know, whatever comes
You were
our
about to
way.
say deal with them?
No, deal with them in a certain, you know, certain ways.
That didn't come out right.
No, well, I'm saying, like,
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
I
we
hear
deal
you.
with them in a certain way that I think most bands don't deal with their fans.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, after the shows, a lot of bands just go straight to the fucking buses, straight to their dressing rooms, and don't talk to nobody or shit.
Right.
It's like, we're out, we go out to the crowd, we samba in the crowd, we hang out by the merch booth, we'll sign fucking everything you want us to sign, we'll sign a baby's forehead, we'll do whatever's for the fans. You know, that's how we are.
I think
Yeah,
everybody-
then we call child services
Yeah.
after we just said, that mother let me sign
Yeah.
that baby's
She was
forehead.
gonna sell it for crack.
Yeah, that's, yeah. But we sign it first just to
Yeah.
make that woman happy. Then we call child services on her. Yeah.
Well, this has been a pleasure. I mean, I can't thank you guys enough, first of all.